All right. I know Yugioh is expensive. I know. We know. But sometimes, man, if you want to win, sorry to say this, if you want to win and you got to cough up that money, got to cough up that money. But here's the thing I've been saying for years. You test the stuff, proxy the cards first, play with your friends, play online. Be sure that you know that the card you're about to buy will help you win more duels. Besides you getting better and playing around hand traps and having a good strategy and a good solid deck, and you know your deck and you know how to play it against the meta, there's a lot of things to incorporate there, you see. You got to make sure you are sure that the cards that you're going to buy, it's going to help you. Now, my strategy has been I pick a deck and I stay with that deck. New ban lists come out, new cards come out, I modify my deck towards the meta or what's going on, and I keep it moving. So I don't keep buying into another deck and switching to another deck and switching to another deck and buying this and buying this and buying this and buying this. It gets expensive. It feels good when you get good at your deck that you mastered, that you know it the ins and out, and that you know how to counter the meta with your deck. Now I'm not saying every deck can do that, but at least a deck that has some ability to fight against the meta. You can't just pick a tier 7 deck and be like, oh, I'm sticking with it. I mean, you could, but tier 3, tier 2, a low tier 1 deck that's not too expensive, stick with it, man. Save some money at this game. No need to fork over all that money. And the reason why I'm saying it is because I'm telling myself that, because I made a mistake. I wanted to make a new chimera deck, Earthbound Chimera. I have the cards upstairs with harmonic synchro fusion. It works, but the fusions and the synchros for the Earthbounds don't really do anything. When I say don't do anything, when it's my opponent's turn, like they don't interrupt, they just there. Just there. So I was like, why am I making this deck? If I'm running a deck to play today competitively, your cards gotta do something on your opponent's turn. If they just sit there and you don't have nothing, your opponent is just gonna pick your board apart and kill you. You have to be able to compete on both turns, man. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. So I bought the deck, the Earthbound. It was cheap though, but it's still sitting there. Cards just sitting there and collecting. I have tons of cards just collecting. So it takes up my normal summon, and I need my normal summon. If I had another way to summon twice in a consistent manner on the first turn, then I would run the deck. It would be a Ghost Second Chimera Earthbound deck, just like Tempai. It's made to just OTK Synchro Summon during the battle phase and kill my opponent. That was the theory. And it can put up 2 negates on the first turn. 2 negates, maybe 3. It actually could put in 3. Possibly 4 negates on the first turn. 5, 6, possibly. I'm not going to overdo this thing. I might show you guys the deck, but after testing, the first turn is not that great. It's really made to go second. So this video was about simply not spending too much on this game, sticking to one deck. I know cards can be expensive and sometimes feel like it's a pay to play game or pay to win game. And to some degree, we know that. We know that the top cards are expensive, and if you want to win in those strategies, you got to cough up the money, and that's how it is in the TCG. You want the best car, you cough up the money. You want the best house, you cough up the money. You want the biggest car, you cough up the money. You want to keep your wife or girlfriend happy, you got to cough up the money. You want to keep yourself happy or take yourself out, it just costs money. Thanks for watching. You can leave a comment. Tell me what you think. What deck are you sticking with? How do you save money in this game? You borrow cards, don't you? You borrow cards. I know, I know. We all do. There's no shame in that, buddy. There's no shame in borrowing cards. All right, thanks for watching. I end my turn.